for my podcast. This is the first podcast I'm starting for the first time. So, episode number one of this podcast. And I'm doing this live with all the platinum members who are in the session with me called the Work With Me session. So, the date today is 16th of June. It's exactly 2:52 p.m. We're going to do a quick 8 or 10 minute podcast only, but it's going to be really, really powerful. When I thought of what should be the first session of or the first podcast audio, the question was going on in my mind saying, what should I do? What should I do? What should be the first lesson? And then I thought, everything in life is about clarity, right? The more I was asking myself this question that, what should I do? It means I need to be clear about my next step. So I thought, why not do the first session on the word dash clarity? Everyone write down dash clarity. Now there are two words here. Dash clarity means clarity about what? So I want some of you to fill in the blanks with me over here. So people who are live with me, you're going to get the opportunity to interact with me and learn this with me right now. What is the dash clarity, which is more important than any other clarity in the world? Whenever we talk about clarity, we always speak about what do we want, right? That's the question, clarity. So which clarity am I talking about, everyone? My chat window is open for all of you. Quickly tell me, which clarity are we talking about? Clarity about our life goals. So everyone always thinks about life goals. Fair. So life goals, what else, guys? What clarity? People who are listening to me remotely, which means you're not live with me right now and you're just listening to my audio podcast right now, write down on the notes, what clarity am I talking about? Okay, thought clarity. What else? Clarity on decision making, income source, okay, money clarity, purpose of life clarity, clarity about feeling. Yes, so Dr. Archana is the right answer here. We always start with emotional clarity. So what I was calling as dash clarity. Today's topic is called emotional clarity. Everyone write down emotional clarity in your notepads. Everyone gets up in the morning and everybody's like, okay, let me be clear about what do I want? What do I want? What do I want? And I realized what I do is a little different. Instead of getting up in the morning and saying, what do I want? I always start with a question, how do I want to feel? And the more you clarify to yourself how you want to feel, the better you are able to achieve your goals. And whether you achieve your goal, whether you don't achieve your goal, your emotional pattern is everything. How many of you agree with that? Say yes, right? So if I'll give you an example. I was talking to a good friend today morning. I was coaching him for about half an hour. And he has this, by the way, this person whom I'm talking about, he's a super duper millionaire, has a huge bungalow of about 9 bedrooms in Hyderabad. Think about any expensive car, he has it. Okay. He has 7 different businesses. And now listen to this. Emotionally, he feels he's not good enough compared to many other people around him. So the feeling he has is of two feelings, he says, inferior and jealousy. Now, does this have anything to do with the amount of money that he's making right now? No, because we think that if we make money, this feeling will go away. Nope. Emotions are independent of anything in life. Write this down, everyone. Emotions are independent of everything in life. Independent means what? Your emotions don't need anybody other than you. It's completely independent. You create your own emotions inside you. And the proof is this gentleman whom I'm talking about has everything in his life, but feeling inferior, feeling jealous, because that has become his emotional pattern. So I asked him, I said, what would you like to feel? He's like, what do you mean by that? I said, yeah, what would you like to feel? He said, nobody's ever asked me that question. He said, then what question have you always thought about? He said, my question has always been about what do I want to achieve? I said, forget that. For the first time, let's get emotional clarity. What do I want to feel? And what do I want to feel every day in my life? Write that question down, everyone. What do I want to feel every day in my life? You know, the emotions that you feel once in a week are not important, but the emotions that you feel almost every day are very, very important, because that's what we call as our emotional patterns, correct? So I always make this decision about who do I want to be emotionally. I get emotional clarity about what do I want to feel every single day of my life, and then I create those emotions. And how do you create those emotions? That's what we are learning in all our courses, including Advanced LOA lesson number 1. And of course, there are many other lessons that connect to that as well. But the first question here is, what do I want to emotionally feel every single day? Would you like to know my emotional pattern, what I feel every day? Raise your hands. Okay. So first thing I want to feel every day in the morning is gratitude. So I create that gratitude, right? I get up in the morning, I start my life with gratitude. What is the second thing I want to feel every single morning? I want to feel love and romance every single morning. Listen, if you're married, is it a good idea to start your day with love and romance? Yes or no? Absolutely. So I start my day with love and romance with Indu. Then I want to have a lot of fun in life. How many of you are missing fun in your emotional patterns right now? Like you're not having too much fun in your life right now. I start my day with fun. How? I play with my birds. I wake them up every morning at 7 a.m. I play with them. I serve them. Then my next emotional pattern is very clear. Every day I want to feel this almost the whole day. And that emotion is satisfaction. Satisfaction. So after my birds are waking up, I take my birds with me, both of them, Genie and Angel, and then I and Indu, she takes her cup of tea, I take my black coffee. We sit in our balcony, and the birds are next to us. They are eating their food. We are having our cup of tea and coffee, and the only thing we focus on, we are satisfied with everything in our life the way it is right now in this moment. That half an hour, we don't think anything. No business, no creativity. We're just playing with our birds, having fun, most importantly, feeling satisfied about everything in our life. Believe it, we did this even when our income was down, even when our income is up, even when there are financial problems, even when there are family problems. Few days ago, there were some family problems in my house. My sister was going through some divorce. But even that time, we did not miss out on this emotional habit. Morning, start with satisfaction for half an hour. And then throughout the day, we would sustain that emotional satisfaction. We will not allow sales going down to take our satisfaction down. We continue to focus on satisfaction. After that, we would definitely want to focus and feel serving and contribution during the day, where we feel like we are making a difference in somebody's life. That then becomes the rest of the day's focus, along with satisfaction. Now, when I'm making a difference, do I also want to feel rich? Yes or no? Yes. So to feel rich, I'm also doing things to make money, but whether I make money or not, I still feel rich by focusing on what I already have rather than thinking of if I don't achieve today's goal. So my rule for richness is easy. If I have enough money to be happy and satisfied today, I'm rich. That's it. That's it. And that is why I feel rich every single day, because I have easy rules to feel rich. Does it mean I have small goals? No, no, no. I have big goals, but I've made rules of feeling rich very, very easy, right? So this is kind of emotional pattern clarity that I have about my life every single day, about who do I want to be emotionally. So before we end this podcast, let's do one thing. I'm going to switch on some music for all of you. Write down, how would you like to feel every day? What are the emotions? What are the top 5 emotions that you would like to feel every single day in your life as a habit? And then use the lessons of our other courses to create those emotional habits. Is that good? Everyone ready to do that exercise now? Give me a thumbs up. Perfect. So here we go. Starting some music for all of you now. Very simple question. What do I want to feel every day? Okay, so with that, today's podcast is complete over here with this exercise of choosing emotional clarity, which means choosing the top 5 emotions that you would like to experience every single day of your life. For now, let's complete this podcast with one emotion, which I always love to finish with, which is love. So everyone who's here live with me, type in "I love you" in the chat window. And those of you who are listening to this podcast later, say it now, loudly, right now. I love you. Perfect. How did you like today's podcast? Should you think I should continue doing this? Tell me more about your experience of today's podcast number 1 on emotional clarity. Below the podcast, you'll find a message section. You can put your comments over there. If you want me to make specific podcast on any particular message, please add your suggestions there as well. I will love to create more podcasts on relevant messages which will add more value in your life again and again and again every day. All right. See you soon, everyone. And yes, in podcasts, talk to you soon. I love you.